Hello, it's been a while. Wanted to do a fun, special little game today. Well, maybe fun's not the right word, but I was thinking it might be fun to go back and look at my tier list, right, of the heroes that were my favorite and least favorite, and run a game with my 5 least favorite heroes. And maybe I find that I like some of them more than I thought I did. I'm not going to count on some of them like Unity going anywhere, but you never know. And then while I was at it, I figured I'd throw in my least favorite environment, which is Magmaria, and my least favorite villain, which is specifically Advanced Ambuscade, who I find to be very obnoxious because you can just get stuck in a game state that you can't do anything but wait for him to get you out of, and I don't really find that to be too exciting. But anyway, yeah. So first things first, for his high targeting, Haka's gonna be my intended target for that high targeting, so obviously we want him to be Werewolf. That way he can get punched down, so he's not the highest, get a Haka, he'll be the highest, repeat. Low target, unfortunately, is just going to be oppressing Captain Cosmic and Unity. Oh, by the way, the heroes are Tempest, Haka, Captain Cosmic, Bunker, and Unity. And again, this is a preference, a personal tier list, and it is not a power tier list, right? Like you see somebody like Tempest here, who is obviously not a bottom 5 hero power-wise, but I just never really found myself wanting to play him that much. I could see, if anybody, I could see my opinion on Haka, on Haka, Tempest, and Captain Cosmic changing, especially Tempest. So we'll see. For Tempest, I don't even remember what his other one does. Destroy a weather, play the top, or deal each non-hero 1 projectile. I think I'll take the AoE because I know there's targets in Magmaria and there's a few gadgets in Ambuscade's deck as well. The thing that I might reconsider is, if I'm remembering right, Ambuscade has something that ricochets damage off on me. So that would give me pause on the AoE damage, but we're just going to run it. So he has 26 HP. Let's put that in. Haka's got 33, as I recall. Yep. Captain Cosmic, I mean, I'm happy with just his basic one, but this one's also pretty good. How much damage does Ambuscade's flip side do? It does 5. Okay. So his constructs are never going to survive that. So let's, just run with base Captain Cosmic. Alright. This would be a completely different story if I was playing a 3-hero game. Then the healing one would actually be quite useful for low tanking, but yeah, that's not what we're doing today. Bunker, there's only one pick. You know it's going to be Stealth Suit Bunker. And lastly, Unity. I'm just going to keep her at base Unity. Alright, cool. Draw everyone's cards up. I don't remember if I shuffled or not, so let's do that. Alright, and then with this, everyone's all set up and ready to go. So now we can get Ambuscade off to the races. So first thing he's going to do is his start phase. He's going to deal the hero with the highest. 5 minus 2 equals 3 projectile. Highest is Haka. He's going to take 5 minus 2, and then he's going to take an additional 1 for being the Nemesis, which is an interesting feature of this matchup that I've chosen. Alright, next is going to be the play phase, and if it's a one-shot, he's going to flip. It's an ongoing spray and play, spray and pray. Then when this card's destroyed, we're going to flip Ambuscade. It's going to heal him in the start phase and destroy itself and flip him. And then in the end phase, he's going to zap all of us for 2 projectile. So I guess if he's going to flip, he might as well do it now because he's going to flip back with spray and pray. So we'll see what his end phase effect's going to do. So first he's going to hit the highest HP for 5 minus 2. That's going to still be Haka, I believe. Yep. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 plus 1 for Nemesis. And then we're going to play the top card of the villain deck for the advanced end phase effect. That's a device. I believe this is the one that, yep, this is the one that bounces damage back. So that's minus 1 damage dealt to both this card and also to Ambuscade. And when either Ambuscade or Reactive Plating is dealt damage by a non-villain, it's going to bounce back 4 damage. And it says specifically this card, so that's not going to benefit from the Nemesis. Alright, and then lastly, Ambuscade deals each hero 2 projectile, and that's going to be the end of Ambuscade's turn. 1, 2, 3 for Haka, 2 for everybody else. Alright. So here we go, we're going to Tempest. What is the plan with Tempest? We could always start, well, Ball Lightning actually looks quite nice, but that would flip Ambuscade, and maybe I don't want to do that. What's the fewest, I guess the first question I should ask, I should look over my team, see what the fewest amount of hits it's going to take for me to get rid of reactive plating is going to be. So I take the fewest amount of return damage hits as possible. So I could get Bunker his flat cannon, kill it next turn in one shot. That might actually just be the plan for the cannon. And with that being the case, I actually don't mind flipping Ambuscade here with Spray and Pray, just because I want, well, maybe I don't want to do that. Does everyone else have something productive they can do to set up that doesn't require, I could, yeah, let's just do that. So we're gonna do Ball Lightning. It's gonna destroy an ongoing card. No, hold on. I don't think I want to do this. The order of that doesn't work out. Alright, I mean, I could just start up, get 3 weathers. Yeah, I think that's smarter. Let's just do that. 1 weather. That's a good one. Alright, let's see what we got. There's this one that will kill stuff that's at 2 HP. Draw cards for them. This one's going to do 3 damage right now. And then this one is going to destroy up to 2 environment cards in the start phase of my choosing. So I'm going to do the 3 damage to Ambuscade, and that is unfortunately going to zap me back for 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Now we're going to go, I'm not going to use the power, just going to draw. End phase, if there were targets with 2 HP, which there's not, I would destroy them. So that's it for Tempest. Next up is Haka. What's Haka going to do? Could give him the Tiaki Defender, but that's not really useful here because he's taking more damage than everybody else at the time, for the time being. I think I just want to get Dance in the Fray out. There we go. And then next, I want to go ahead and probably just use Werewolf Haka to summon a Haka. Or I could draw a card and play a card. If I did that, what would I play? It would be irreducible, so Haka Frenzy. I can just make Haka Frenzy my plan to deal with the reactive plating instead of what Bunker's doing. So let's do that instead. So I want to draw a card and then play a card, which will be Haka of Frenzy. So there we go. Haka's done. Draw phase, end phase, pass turn. Alright, Captain Cosmic. The plan with Captain Cosmic. Dynamic Siphon could be interesting. Can I do anything cool with Dynamic Siphon? Yeah, I think if I put Dynamic Siphon, or I could just play Heart of Gold and do Heart of Gold plays. But I think I want to get the Siphon out. And I'm going to put the Siphon on, I think, Haka, because Haka has Summon on his power. So I can really get him set up quick. Alright, and that's all good to go. That's my play. Next I'm going to use my power, which is going to reveal the top and either play it or draw it. That's Energy Bracer. Alright, that's definitely going on Haka. That's going to help shore up all that damage he's taking. Alright, cool. Draw phase, end phase, pass turn. Bunker. We just want to get Bunker doing as much damage as possible right now. So I'm going to start with flat cannon, and then in the power phase I'm going to collect the ongoing. And since I already have upgrade mode, I could perhaps get a different ongoing instead. Whoops. Like lighter intel is attractive in this matchup because both the environment and the villain will be playing a reasonable amount of targets, so I could draw a lot of cards. Because it doesn't matter too much what I grab. So let's just get that leader intel. Okay, collect done. Now I can play a card. I'm going to play upgrade mode. Upgrade mode's going to summon an item. And I want the AP cannon. Here we are. And I also would like to have power bank. There we go. Good. Whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. And then lastly, power phase is over. And then next I go into draw phase, draw one card. Now I go to the end phase, play up to 2 cards, and then put a card under an ordnance. So I'm going to play Leader Intel and then Grenade Launcher. I'm going to reorganize this a little bit. There we go. That's the way I like to do it. Cool. And then the one I'm going to put a card under, since we have a solution for this with Haka, I could just load up my flat cannon in anticipation of just burning the villain. So we'll plan for that. Alright, so that's it for Bunker. And then lastly is Unity. And much to my surprise, I'm actually able to play cards on my first turn with Unity, which is great. I think I'm just gonna go for playing Supply Crate and then using her base power to destroy it and discover a golem. So let's do that. Play Supply Crate. After it's played, I draw a card. Yep. And then I'm going to use Unity's power to destroy the Supply Crate. And I'm going to discover a golem. There we go. Unfortunately, I might even just zap a hero here, because I'm just going to take more damage dealing damage to the villain. We'll see. That might be a little silly. Grab one of these tokens here. Alright, and then draw phase. End phase, doing 3 energy damage. So I could either do 2 to Ambuscade, who's gonna zap back on Unity. It just doesn't feel like it's worth it. Like, 2 damage on the villain in exchange for getting hit for 4. Or just hit an ally for 3. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay. Now we go to Magmaria. Gonna discover 2. Somehow this is literally always the first one I get every single time. That's a magma crystal, that's not a Magmarian. Alright, that's 1 Magmarian. There we go, there's the other one. Alright, each Magmarian card deals each non-environment target 1 fire damage. So these are going to get blown to smithereens very quickly by the reactive plating. So let's go ahead and get that done first. They hit the reactive plating. Actually, no, they're not, because they're not doing damage because it's reduced to 0. So that's a good meme. 0 to him, 0. It's going to be 2 to you, 2 to you. 2 to you, 0 to you, and 2 to you. Cool. Alright. Now, no end phase here, and then here. Each hero may discard a magma crystal. If we do, it's going to deal villain targets with the highest HP 3 and 3. Cool. Alright, back to Ambuscade. Start phase, he's going to deal highest HP, 3 projectile. Highest HP is a tie between Unity and Haka. I'm just going to have him do it to Haka. Going to react to that real quick. Lets me use a power. The power I'm going to use... do I want to draw play or summon a Haka? What's in my hand? I would like to just summon a Haka, please. I am not the highest, right? I'm my choice of the highest or not the highest. So I might actually just want to draw 3 cards. What Haka would I get if I got one? I could just get the one that lets me heal. Let's do that. Oh, well. I can't remember what it was called. So we've got Haka. Okay, that's the one. Yeah, that's -1 damage taken while we're at it. -2 really. Cool. Alright, so reaction is done. Now we're going to resolve the attack. That was 3, and then that's going to be +1, -2, so net -1 for 2 damage. Or in other words, it was 3 damage coming in, +1 for this, so 4, -2, 2. So 2 damage. Alright, cool. That start phase effect is done. This one says he's going to regain 5 HP, put him to 70, and then this is destroyed, and then when this is destroyed, Ambuscade flips. And now we can really start having some fun. Alright, when he's on this side, he's immune to damage. Whenever a one-shot is played or discarded, he's going to flip back to his other side. And then in each hero's start phase, a hero can discard a card to reveal the top of the villain deck. If it's a one-shot play it, otherwise they bury it. So basically the game we're playing here is we just have to hope and pray that he's going to play a one-shot in a reasonable amount of time. And this is the thing that I don't really care for with this guy. Is on his front side, he's playing 2 cards a turn, which makes it more frequent, much more frequent that he's going to flip to this side. And then it's just a major pain to get him to flip back, and you just can't control it. So that anyway, that's why I don't like this guy. But let's continue on. So we're in the play phase. His play for turn is Primed Trank Dart. If this is played during a hero turn, which it wasn't, he would deal damage. Otherwise, he deals each hero target 2 toxic, and each hero destroys an ongoing. Okay. So, it's 2 toxic. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. And we're supposed to be destroying ongoings. I'll go back and do that in a second. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, and 1. Let's destroy our ongoings now. I think Flash Flood Warning is the one I don't care about the most. It would just immediately get rid of those Magmarians, but how much do I even care about these Magmarians is the thing. I guess they're going to be pinging some people. Would hit Haka plus the villain plus someone else. And this one would just hit the villain. I don't even care about those being alive. They are more helpful than harmful. At least once I get rid of reactive plating. So perhaps I get rid of... Get rid of Rolling Fog, since I don't want to pay the upkeep cost. And then Haka, he's going to get rid of... I wanted to keep Haka Frenzy because that's my plan for dealing with that one thing. So I guess the only other choice is to get rid of this thing that I just put out. Too bad. And then when that's destroyed, he deals 1 target 2 melee damage. I'm just going to put that on one of these guys so I don't get retaliated on. Alright, he's done. Cosmic doesn't have any ongoings. Bunker. Oh, I was supposed to draw 2 cards for Bunker with Leader Intel. Since this won't affect the game state if I just do it now, I'm going to just do it now. Alright, and then the one I'm getting rid of is a no-brainer. That's Upgrade Mode. There's no further use for that card. And then Unity doesn't have any ongoings. Okay. This is done. And now that it's discarded, he actually flips back. Alright, so that's the play phase done. Now we go into the end phase. He's going to deal the highest 3 damage. The highest is Unity right now, so he just does 3 damage. And then he's going to play the top card of the deck, and it's a one-shot, so he's going to flip. If this card is played during a hero turn, Ambuscade deals that hero character damage, which it wasn't. Otherwise, he deals each hero 2 fire, and they destroy 1 item in their play area. Yep. Alright, so 1, 2, no items. He's going to be dealing a total of, it's Ambuscade, right? Yep, so 1, 2, and that was each hero. Target, yep. And then he has no items as well, and then both of these are dead. Alright, and then this is back to 0. Captain Cosmic 1, 2, no items. Bunker 1, 2, he has items. I'm gonna have to pick one to get rid of. I think I'm gonna get rid of Grenade Launcher. Unity 1, 2, thankfully no items. This takes 1. Alright, there we go, and I did flip him already, yeah. So now he does the hero target with the lowest 5 melee. So the lowest is this thing actually, so that was actually worth it. Soaked 5 damage at the cost of 3 damage, so good stuff. If there are fewer than 5 devices, which there are, he's going to discover a device. There's one. Alright, and these also have +1 damage, so I'll put that there to remember. If Ambuscade is immune to damage, this card's damage is irreducible, and then we're actually here right now. It's going to deal the hero target with the highest 4 energy, and it's going to reduce the damage that target deals that. So it's stun bolt basically, but it's going to be doing 4, but +1 from Ambuscade's advanced. So it's going to be 5 damage to the highest HP, which is my choice of Haka or Bunker. This is irreducible, so I don't mind Haka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Having his damage reduced. Okay, that's done. Alright, now we're on Tempest's turn. Start phase, Thunderclap, I could destroy it if I wanted to. Same with Flash Flood. I don't want to destroy Flash Flood, I'm leaving the Magmarians out. For this, I see no reason to destroy it as well. Although, I guess I could destroy it to put some damage on Hunter Drone. Let's see what my plan for the actual play is this turn. Grievous Hailstorm's not useful right now. Ball Lightning is also not useful right now. Localized Hurricane could be useful, depending on if I'm going to be able to flip him or not. In fact, I guess now I could decide if I wanted to try to dig for a one-shot. So do I have cards to spare in order to try to do that? I guess I could discard Ball Lightning. It's a device, so it gets buried. Cool. Alright. So now the actual play. I'm going to do Lightning Slash. Alright, there we go. It's +1 lightning damage. Alright, and I'm going to deal 1 target X lightning, where X is the number of weather in play +1. There are 1, 2, 3 weathers in play. So 4 plus another one from electrical for being lightning, which is 5, exactly enough to destroy the Hunter Drone, which is quite nice. That worked out very well. Alright. Next we go to the power phase. I am going to not use the power. So now I go to my draw phase, end phase, pass turn. Alright, Haka's turn. First things first, we have Haka of Frenzy is going to go off. I'm going to discard 2 cards so that I deal... Wait a minute, this isn't the card I thought it was. Shoot. Well, that's my mistake for not paying attention. Alright, well anyway, I might as well do it so I can deal the 3 damage. So I'm going to well, I don't even need to discard, do I? Yeah. I'm going to just let that go off, and that's going to do 3 damage. Irreducible. 1, 2, 3. Well, technically it went off before I discarded it. So it's 3 irreducible to this, and then that's gonna clap back for 5 damage. Good grief. Yeah, that was definitely a big error on my part. I thought this is the one that's scaling single target and not multi-target scaling. My bad. And then this triggers, I can deal 1 target 2 melee damage. I want to put that on one of these guys. Alright, and then now for my play for turn. Play Taiha. Yep. And then I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this again. Draw a card, play a card. I think my play a card's going to be I'm going to do Surge of Ihi, I guess, just to draw some more cards. Okay, I wanted to find that. That's good. Draw phase, end phase, no effects, pass turn. Alright, Captain Cosmic. Let's see what we got. This might be a good time to start doing Heart of Gold plays. Perhaps. Do I have better options? Unfortunately, the 3 damage is not going to cut it for dealing with this. And I think Bunker, I'm just going to... Yeah, I definitely punted big time. And he was supposed to draw another card with the leader until, I think, from that other device. It's tricky to remember. Let's see. So the real question is, this is interesting. If I put Autonomous Blade on Bunker, right, then Bunker uses Flat Cannon. The Flat Cannon zaps this for 3 - 1, so 2. And then there are 2 after damage dealt effects, right? There's Reactive Plating, and there's also, where is it? There's Autonomous Blade. So I guess I could just resolve those in the order I like. Resolve the Autonomous Blade first. So this actually worked out okay. This wasn't as big of a disaster as I was worried it would be. So yeah, my play for turn is going to be Heart of Gold. And I'm going to use Heart of Gold. I'm going to discard Cosmic Weapon and Unflagging Animation. Draw 2 cards. And I can play up to 2 bots. I'll play that one right there. There we are. And then I enter my draw phase, end phase, pass turn. Alright, so Bunker. Start phase, we put the top under this, we put the top under this. Alright, play phase, what do we got? We got the Gatling gun, that's good. Could also just piston punch the dang thing and then start loading up some ordnance. But I think I'd rather get the Gatling gun deployed and start getting that juiced up. Alright, so now we enter the power phase, and I'm going to just use Flat Cannon for a single ordnance expenditure. There we go. So that is going to do 1 target, 3 projectile, 1, 2. So there's 2 after damage is dealt. There's this one trying to hit me back, and there's this one. I'm going to resolve this one first. It's going to hit that for 2 energy damage, reduced by 1, and it's destroyed. So we've dealt with that. Goody. Alright. Next we go to our draw phase. Draw a card. End phase, I put the top under an ordnance. Both of these are going to be ready next turn, so I'm going to just juice up the Gatling gun. Alright, now we go to Unity. Got no choice to play the supply crate. Yep, and then I'm just going to use my power, destroy the supply crate, and I can play one of these B-bots, which I don't want to do, or I can discover one. Hopefully I find something good like Swift bot. Found Arsenal bot. It's tanky. There's value in that, I suppose. And then what was the other thing this thing did? It was like a shortened version of the grenade, right? 2 targets, 2 projectile, yeah. So that's not terrible. Well, actually it is terrible right now because it's just gonna hit the environment, but oh well. All right, so draw phase, draw a card, end phase, zap these 2 guys. Pass turn. All right, environment's turn, start phase. This is gonna do the 3 with the highest, 1 fire each. This guy's immune. And it did say non-environment, right? It did not say non-environment, actually. So, villain, soaked 1 of that. Bunker, soaks 1 of that. And who else? Cosmic, soaks 1. Alright, he's done. This does the highest 2 fire. That's gonna hit Ambuscade, who is immune. Then we play a card. It's a Magma Crystal. When these are destroyed, they go into a hero's hand. They're going to be resources for the Magmarians and other stuff. All right, now we're in the end phase. This would interact with the Magma Crystals. We have none. This says it deals the 3 non-environments with the lowest 1 and 1. All right, 3 with the lowest 1 and 1. This is definitely the lowest. Lowest. And looking like Arsenal Bot's the last one. Cool, done. All right. I probably should have been trying to flip Ambuscade back. I wasn't even thinking about that. All right. Now he's going to play a card. It's an ongoing. This is destroyed. Ambuscade's going to flip. Now I go to the end phase. He's going to deal the lowest 5 melee. So the lowest is going to be looking like the autonomous bot. All right. And then he's going to discover a device. Yep. Found one. Cool. All right. And then that's done. This has an end phase. Hero with the highest takes 5 minus 1, so 4 projectile. Highest is Bunker. 1, 2, 3, 4 projectile. This one says he's going to recover 5 HP. He's going to also reveal the top of his deck. If it's a one-shot, he's going to play it. Otherwise, he's going to discard it. It wasn't a one-shot, so he discards it. Okay, Ambuscade's turn's done. Tempest, can I afford to discard a card? Yeah, I'm going to discard Grievous Hailstorm. Try to find the thing. It's an ongoing, gets buried. Alright. Start phase, I can destroy Thunderclap if I want to, and that would deal sonic damage. And I do have some targets I actually want to hit. I want to get the auto stems, and I also want to get rid of this crystalloid gremlins. The question is, do I want to do that by means of Thunderclap, or do I have better options here? Yeah, I think I'm going to destroy Thunderclap. There we are. Or I could actually just destroy Flash Flood Warning. Let's do that. I like that better. So I'm going to get rid of this, which is going to go to... There we are. And then also, I'm going to destroy this one. This is the one that does 3 targets, yep. So he's dead. Cool. Alright, and then for my play phase, I think I could just lightning slash away the stems. Seems good to me. Okay, that's a very good find. I really wanted to find that. So that's going to do weather, weather, weather. 3 plus 1, 4 lightning, plus 1 more. So this is dead, dead, dead. Alright. Next, I enter my power phase and I'm using a Gift of Valmyra. Each hero character regains 2 HP. Very helpful. So if I find reactions with Captain Cosmic, now Tempest is the one who I'm going to be giving them to. Draw phase, end phase, no effects. Oh yeah, this was supposed to be doing 3 targets, 1 lightning damage, I forgot. And I was also supposed to discard a card, so yeah, I should do that before I drew this card. And then 3 targets, 1 damage. I'm not going to do that. Alright, cool. Haka's turn. We've got this, can destroy an ongoing, which I might actually do to destroy this and flip Ambuscade. Yeah, let's do that. It's destroyed, flips Ambuscade. Alright. And then an ongoing was destroyed, I get to deal 1 here. 1, 2, plus 1 for Nemesis. Okay, what is the plan here? I think I might want to knock heads, reduce his damage dealt, which would help. Start getting more cards as well. If I played Tomoko. This is tricky. I think I'm going to knock heads to start. So 2 targets, 2 melee. 1, 2, 3, and the other target will be you. 1, 2. And y'all have -1 damage dealt for the turn. There we go. And then play phase. I think I might just summon a card. Or, no, I don't even have to choose. I can draw a card and play Tomoko. There we go. Have my cake and eat it too. Could not be simpler. Alright, draw phase. I draw 2 cards. End phase, no effects. Pass turn. Alright, Captain Cosmic's turn. Start phase, no effects. Play phase. Conservation of energy would get a lot of value here since he's one-shotting my constructs. Or I could give Augmented Ally. Haka has a lot of use for bonus powers. Bunker also has a lot of use for it. Unity would if I found any of her powers, but I haven't. And then it's also good on Captain Cosmic. So I could either play Conservation of Energy and then dig for a construct, or I could play it and then Heart of Gold. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to play Conservation of Energy. And yeah, the real question is, do I Heart of Gold and guarantee this comes out, or do I use this power and hope I get a construct? I think I'd like to get this out. It's a big deal. So I'm going to use Heart of Gold. I'm going to discard 1 card. And then I'm going to draw 1 card. And then I'm going to play Augmented Ally. And that's going to go to... Let's see, who's it most useful on right now? I think where I'm at right now, I want to just kill him right now. So I'm going to give it to Bunker, actually. I guess that's a little redundant, though, because I could just get turret mode. Yeah. Let's give it to Haka. Neat. I suppose the real thing is, though, if I give it to one of these two, I can use it right now instead of having to wait. So, final answer, putting it over here. Yeah. Alright. And then draw phase, end phase, no effects, pass turn. Alright, Bunker's turn, start phase. Put 1 here, put 1 here. No other effects. Alright. Now, my play phase. I could just do some damage with Piston Punch. Or I could Tactical Command and heal the team up some more. Doesn't seem so bad. And then my plan for my powers is going to be discard a card, get turret mode, and start blasting. So let's go ahead and use Tactical Command. An ally uses a power. And I'm just going to use Gift of Almera again. Give everyone 2 HP. Trying to make sure I don't get dunked out of this game or anything like that. Alright, that's the play phase. Now we enter the power phase. I'm going to use Stealth Suit Bunker's power. I'm going to collect turret mode. Good grief. Sorry, I keep switching to Russian. It's because I hit Alt-Shift to look at the back of cards, and that's also the language switch. Alright, turret mode's out. And then now I can use 2 additional powers, and if I wanted to, I could use Lead Our Intel to, like, take a peek. Maybe I save that for after he flips. That would actually have value in letting me know if I want to do the old yoinkaroo or not. Alright, so turret mode's out. I get +1 damage. And then now, with my 2 additional powers, I'm going to use Flat Cannon first. It's going to be 1, 2 ordnance expended for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And then next, AP gun, same deal. Spend 2 cards, and that's going to do 7 total damage. Very good. And then draw phase, draw card. End phase, expendable power bank's going to load up something. I'm going to load up Flat Cannon just so we can burn this guy down ASAP. Go ahead and toss out this bullet in the Gatling gun as well for 2 damage. And that is it for Bunker. Alright, now it's Unity's turn. What options we have for Unity? I mean, I might as well Inspired Repair. It's gonna get value out of everything that it does. Okay, Flash Forge is great. That's definitely the best card she's got. And then I get to play a card. I'm gonna play Flash Forge. Alright. Power. Deal myself a damage. And then I can discover a mechanical. So I'm gonna do that. Found one. Stealth bot. We're finding a surprising amount. What the? Finding a surprising amount of the big uns. Not Swiftbot, unfortunately, but this one's nice. It's going to give me the -1 damage. Yoink. Then, yeah, I can redirect it. That's how it works. Okay. Cool. And then draw phase, draw a card, end phase, 2 targets, 2 damage each. So 2 to you, and then 2 to this guy, I suppose. Alright. And then that's Unity's turn done. So now we go to the environment. First thing this guy is going to do highest 2 fire damage. So that's 2 to Ambuscade. Or it's actually 1 because he has -1 damage taken from knockheads. That's right. Play phase. We got a magma crystal. What's this one do? It's going to deal AoE damage at start phase, and then end phase it's going to do the highest HP 4 damage. Okay, neat. So, end phase, heroes can discard a magma crystal, and then it's going to deal 3 and 3. Well, it's going to be 2 and 2, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to discard this magma crystal for 4 damage to Ambuscade. 2, 2. Cool. Because I don't think this guy's going to be sticking around much longer. And then Crystalloid Behemoth, he's going to deal target other than himself with the highest 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully we get this guy dead in the next round, provided no tomfoolery occurs. And looks like our HP's doing okay. We found the Gift of Valmera just in time. So that's the environment turn. Now we go to Ambuscade. So he is going to start phase, deal the highest 3 projectile. Highest is looking like it's Captain Cosmic, so 1, 2, 3 projectile. Next is play phase. The play is Primed Trank Dart. It's going to deal each hero 2 toxic. Well, it's actually going to be 1. I forgot to reduce this by 1. There we go. It's going to be 1 toxic and destroy an ongoing. So here we go. 1 toxic, destroy an ongoing. Let's destroy Thunderclap. And then when that's destroyed, it's going to deal 3 targets, 2 sonic each. So 2 sonic to you. And then we might as well get rid of this guy. Sonic to you. Alright. That's Tempest done, and then just to remember, yeah, 1 toxic. And then it's going to be reduced by a further one because I have Tomoko. So he's doing 2 plus 1 for Nemesis, so 3, minus 1 from the stun bolt, minus another 1 from knockheads. Okay. So 1 damage, right? 1 damage coming in. Yeah, okay. Cool. And then he has to destroy an ongoing in this play area. Let's do him. What do I want to destroy? This sucks. Maybe I get rid of Dance in the Fray, because I really want both of these to stay out. Alright, unfortunate. Okay, Captain Cosmic, take 1. Ongoings, unfortunately, I have to choose. I have another copy of Conservation. Alright. And then was this hero targets? It was. Okay. 1 to you. 1 to you. And then the ongoing I'm going to destroy here is going to be turret mode. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That is one nice thing about Bunker. He eats ongoing destruction like it is nothing, because it basically is nothing to him. Alright, Stealthbot's going to redirect the one from Unity, and then redirect the one from that while we're at it. But unfortunately, I lose the Flash Forge I fought so hard to find. Cool. Alright, that's done. Ambuscade flips. That's the play phase, right? Yeah. So now we're in the end phase. Lois is going to take 5 melee. Well, it's going to be 5 minus 1, really. So 4 melee. Lowest is going to be, where is it? Here it is. There we go. It was nice knowing you. Alright. And then he's going to discover a device. Oh no, it's reactive plating again. Alright. Cool. And then that's the end of the villain's turn. So now I can either try to ball lightning. Well, first let's see what start phase effects we got. Deals up to 3 targets 1 lightning damage. And then I have to either discard a card to destroy this card. So I'm going to deal 0 targets lightning damage because I don't want to get blown to smithereens. And I'm just going to discard the card to keep this out. So no play action. Power action is going to be to heal everybody. Draw phase, end turn. Alright, Haka. Start phase, first things first. I'm going to discard a card to try to dig for the old one-shot Rooney there. Thinking I'm probably discarding one of my rampages here. Yeah, I don't foresee myself playing any rampages. The team's a little too frail for that, so we're checking for a one-shot. It's an ongoing, so it gets buried. Alright, and then this gets destroyed. So now his damage is back up to full. Alright, what's the plan here? I think I could put Taiaha out just to have it out in case he puts out one of those ongoing, so I can force a flip just in time for Bunker to blow him up. So I think that's the move. Bunker's healthy enough. Yeah, everyone who's important is healthy enough, so I'm not worried about tanking for people. Haka Frenzy's not the Haka I thought it was, so yeah, I'm going to play Taiaha out. And then for power phase, I am going to search for a Haka, and I'm going to get the right ones this time. Yeah, he's not the highest, so I'm going to go get a Haka. I could get recovery, make it very squishy, or very not squishy. I'm just going to get a Haka of Battle. It's going to be a quick... I don't need this because actually Bunker's about to just AP cannon this out of the sky. But I think this is still a good pick, so I can just try to ensure that he is dead next turn. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get Hawk of Battle out. Got the wrong thing ticked down there. Alright, that's good. Draw phase, draw 2 cards. End phase, no effects. Pass turn. Captain Cosmic's turn. Yeah, conservation of energy again. I'm just going to use his power. Okay. That'll be cool if he gets another turn. Draw phase, end turn. That's a really good one to find, though. That's really good to find. Alright, Bunker's turn. Start phase, one of these, one of those. He was supposed to draw a card, but I forgot, so. Man, yeah, this is, I need to, here we go. There we go. I won't forget. And then I'm going to put one under the machine gun as well. Did the AP cannon not have one? I don't think it did. Okay. Whoops. So here's what I need to do then. I need to just put something under the AP cannon, which I can do. So in the play phase, I'm going to play... Shoot, I could just play Foam Grenade and ignore the environment for a turn. It's tempting. Let's just do that. And then now that I've played my card, I can use Power Bank and put a card from my trash under an ordnance in play. And then I'm going to just put something that's not turret mode. Good grief. There we go, right there. Put these back in the correct order. And then next, this is going to put itself under an ordnance in play. So that's going to go there. Cool. All right. And then I don't see a reason. Ah, shoot. I've been supposed to be checking the start phase. So Cosmic was tied on cards, but Bunker could have done it. I haven't seen any new information on Bunker's turn, so I feel like it's fair that I just go ahead and discard one of these piston punches, and I can check for the one shot. It is the one shot, so it's played on a hero's turn. It's going to deal that hero 5 minus 2, so 3 energy damage. 3. Alright, so he's flipped back over. That's good. So now in my power phase, that changes things. I can use this to collect an ongoing. Well, hold on. I might not want to actually do that. Do I have... Are all the turret modes accounted for? There's 3 of them in here, and I forget how many Bunker has. So this should have the list. There are 4 turret modes. Okay, so this play is a go. We're gonna go get that turret mode, collect, and then we're gonna play a card. Card we'll play is gonna be turret mode. It's +1 damage. We get 2 extra powers. Our powers are going to be mounted AP gun first. 1, 2. That's going to do 7 irreducible, which just destroys reactive plating straight up. Bye-bye. Good riddance. And then next we're going to do flat cannon twice. 4 and 4. That's 8 damage on ambuscade. Okay. And then draw phase, we're going to draw 1 card. And then end phase, I'm going to just blast him for 2 and 2 from the Gatling gun. Cool. And then that's it for Bunker. So now we go to Unity, start phase, no effects, play phase. What great options we have. What a great character this is. Whatever, I'm going to play Modular Workbench, and then I could either try to discover another bot with my base power, or I could just play Brainstorm, draw a bunch of cards. And yeah, I'm just going to try to find another bot since I don't think drawing cards is going to do anything because the game's going to be over next turn. So let's do that. We're going to destroy this and discover, hey, look, I found it. I think it's too late for it to matter much, but I found it. Draw a card, end phase, 2 targets, 2 damage. 1, 2 to you, 1, 2 to you. All right, and then, oh, I was supposed to draw. Did I draw my cards for a turn? I'm completely scatterbrained by now, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say I did. So that's gonna be the end phase for Unity. Crystalloid Behemoth, start phase is gonna deal each target other than itself 1 fire. So we're gonna blast you, and you, and you. Not you, because you have -1 taken. And you, and you, not you, because Swiftbot eats all that up. Or wait, no, Stealthbot, that one. Cool. All right. Nope, no cards are played. Shuffle that up because of smoke. The thing Bunker did. And then end phase is going to deal the highest HP for melee. So, is he the highest actually? He's not. It's Unity. That's funny. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 melee to Stealthbot. Cool. All right, that's the end of the environment's turn. Ambuscade's turn. Start phase, he's going to deal the hero with the highest 3 projectile. Highest is now Unity, so 3 projectile, and I will have Unity take the 3 projectile. Next is play phase. It's a 1-shot. He's going to deal each target 2 fire and destroy an item in their play areas. So 1, 2 fire, 1, 2 fire. Oh, that was hero targets. Not you, my friend. And then we're destroying an item. So no items here. Yes, item here. That's unfortunate because I was wanting to use that. Alright. No items here. Yes, items here. I think the best bet to get rid of here is going to be AP cannon. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm better off getting rid of a Gatling gun. Guess I should map my turn out a little bit for Bunker here. Let's decide on Unity first. She has no items. Done. Decided. So if I map this out, oh, all the turret modes are gone actually. This is a lot simpler of a choice with that in mind. So yeah, we're getting rid of mounted AP. Okay, done. Ambuscade flips. Play phase is over. End phase, he's going to deal the lowest H melee, so 5 melee. Lowest takes 5 melee. That's going to be one of these bots. Stealth bot, I think. Yeah, bye-bye. That stealth bot did a lot of work, actually. I have no complaints about the stealth bot. Good job, stealth bot. Then he's going to discover a device, and the device is going to have +1 damage. Done. All right, no more stuff here. He's going to restore 5 HP. That's kind of annoying. And then check for a 1-shot. It's not a 1-shot, so it's discarded. Cool. All right, now it's the hero's turn. So first things first, do I want to keep this card or do I want to fish for the, I just want to kill Ambuscade. Can I just kill him? Yes, I can just kill him. So I'm fishing. I'm fishing. It's an ongoing. All right, skip the play. Oh, this start effect as well. Steals up to 3 targets, 1 lightning damage. So I'll deal 1 lightning damage to you. Boosted by 1, right? Yeah, so it's going to be 2 lightning damage to you, 2 damage to you, and then I can't afford to discard a card, so I'm going to have to get rid of that. That served me well. No play, power phase. I I don't really need to heal everyone, but I also don't gain anything from doing the AoE, so I'm going to heal everyone for 2. And I'm just really hoping that Haka's able to flip him, because that's where a lot of my burst damage is going to be coming from. Draw a card in phase, pass turn. Haka, start. I'm gonna discard a card, which will be, well, I might actually use Rampage, come to think of it. It's worth 5 damage. I'll get rid of Sudden Utu. Or Haka Frenzy. There we go. Bye-bye. Please be a one-shot. It's a one-shot. That is excellent. So that's gonna... Oh no, what just happened? What did I do? It was, I believe it was this one. That was weird. Alright, it's going to deal that hero character H-2, so 3 damage. It was this one, right? Hold on, let me just check the other one-shots to make sure. It wasn't that. Yeah, okay. So he's just going to do 3 damage to Haka. Literally don't care about that. 3 + 1 - 1. And then he flips. Alright, time to get bodied. So he's going to discard any amount of cards, deal 1 target X, where X is the amount of cards discarded plus 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, keep that, 3, 4, 5. So that's number of cards discarded, 5 + 2, 7. And then plus 1 more from this. So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, and then this dies, and my damage goes back down to normal. And then for my play phase, I'm going to play Rampage. It's going to deal each non-hero 5 melee, so that's dead. Bye. And then that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. And then each hero takes 2 melee. And that destroyed a target, so I get to draw 1 card. Cool. And then 2 melee to each hero target. Alright, done. Then power phase, I'm just going to use this to summon a Haka. Alright. I don't think it really matters because this should be over. So we're just going to do that. Cool. And then I'm going to draw 2 cards. End phase, pass turn. Captain Cosmic's turn. We want to play Dynamic Siphon. And so I'm just going to do that with no funny business. And I'm just going to play it on... Wait, who can actually use this well? Everyone's good powers are gone. Oh, man. Maybe that's not what I do. Bunker does have this, right? Does he? He has Tactical Command, which would make... Nobody has any damage anymore. This is so sad. This is so sad. Oh well, I think I'm overthinking this. I'm just going to play this on Bunker, and then power phase I'm going to use his base power, which is Harsh Offense. Deal 1 target 3 damage, and if it's still in play, draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, it's still in play. I draw 2 cards. And then draw phase, end phase, pass turn. These could have played constructs from the trash. But I've seen new information, so, and it doesn't matter. This game's over. So start phase, play these. This is dead. This is dead. All right. Play phase. if I played Tactical Command, I want to make sure I don't mess this up. So I just need 7 damage, and this is going to be 3. This is going to be 4. So I need 3 more damage from somewhere, which, I mean, I've got it. Okay, I mean, we're done. So I'm going to just punch, gonna bop him, take him down to 4. Alright, and then power phase, I'm gonna use flat cannons 1 bullet for 3 damage. Draw phase, end phase, shoot the Gatling once. Ambuscade's dead. Alright, I apologize for the sloppy play today. It's been a long time since I played the game. It's been, shoot, I think it's almost been a year. But this went better than I expected. Ambuscade was more tolerable than usual, even with me forgetting his start phase effects multiple times. Tempest, I enjoyed Tempest. There was a lot of clutch stuff he was able to do. He was able to nuke targets really early, and I think that's one of the most important things you can do in this game as a whole, is be capable of nuking targets early. And then his ability to pivot his whole game plan completely from just nuking stuff down, you know, small to mid-range targets, to just full-on healing the team, bringing us up, massive. So Tempest, very pleased. Haka, kind of just felt like he was doing a whole lot of nothing. And I did pick the wrong Haka earlier, but like that wasn't a huge deal. The only thing that changed was that he took a retaliation hit that I wasn't expecting to take because I thought I picked a different ability. So like at the end of the day, if I played better, I feel like I still wouldn't have had, like I would have had a cleaner turn, but I don't think I would have had a cleaner game with him. I don't know. I feel like this hero is just a little slow for my liking, but he is strong. Like when he's set up, especially if he has, you know, if he's able to keep, that was the other thing that was a problem, is the setup destruction. I lost so much setup to Ambuscade. I think he killed 3 items and 1 or 2 ongoing. Maybe it was 1 ongoing and 2 items, 1 ongoing, 3 items, whatever it was. That was very rough for Haka. Captain Cosmic, I feel like he did not contribute anything meaningful to this game, unfortunately. But that's kind of just how it goes when you have villains that can AoE you or kill your low targets. It's just, that's what life is going to be like for Captain Cosmic when he fights those villains. I mean, I think this guy's cool. I like the potential of what he's capable of, but it's like, Heart of Gold is a really cool power, but like it's cool when you're not stripped of resources, right? But he was, and so it feels like you're always playing from behind. These conservation of energies, the one single time in this entire game where that would have been good, it got destroyed by Ambuscade, and you know, I got more, but I wasn't able to rebuild. But you know, I like his vibe, right? Like I like this card a lot, specifically the Dynamic Siphon. I think that's really cool. And there was the one play with the whatever it was called, the one that does energy damage the first time you damage an enemy, Autonomous Blade. That being able to kill the reactive plating without retaliation was cool. That was neat. I like that. Stealth Suit Bunker did great. I mean, Stealth Suit is easily his best aspect, and I opened with a good weapon. I forgot a draw or 2 with lighter intel because, I mean, I always do that. Even when I'm not rusty, I always do that. That's just how it is when you're multi-handing, at least. But yeah, he did great. He put out a lot of damage. I mean, my opinions on Bunker haven't changed. I enjoy his design. I just think he's slow. Fortunately, Ambuscade's also slow, right? Like, he's not particularly fast. He's just irritating. Like, if I was playing against something with a lot of pressure, like Voss or Gloom on Advanced, like, Bunker, the cracks would show for Bunker, but it was okay. He did good. Unity, I'm not even trying to paint Unity in a negative light. She didn't do anything. There were like 3 turns where all I had in hand were B-bots and crates. Use the crate, get a bot gets killed by Ambuscade's AoE. Like, it took like 3 or 4 turns for her to do anything, and that thing was Stealth Bot coming out and soaking up a bunch of damage, which was nice. But like, Unity contributed almost nothing to this game. In fact, Unity hurt the team a little bit because I had an Arsenal bot or no, wait, it was the other one. It was Platform Bot that I discovered into, and I had to put the damage out, and my choice was to either put the damage on this and get reacted for 5 damage, or put the yeah. Just this, I have not changed my opinion on Unity at all. I just do not like this hero, and I could say the same for Magmaria. Just a very unremarkable environment. Like, I mean, it's kind of nice that they were popping the villain a bunch. Got a lot of damage on him. It's just if I wanted that, I would prefer to play Insula Primalis, because that does the same thing, but cooler, right? Where they're like throwing damage around like crazy and they're spooky, but you can also use them to your advantage if you play around target HP. So that's my thoughts on that. And then Ambuscade. This was one of the less irritating Ambuscade games, bearing in mind that the team itself was not very high power. I don't know. And specifically advanced. It's advanced, that's the problem, because he plays 2 cards a turn, right? So he's twice as likely to flip to this side, but his odds to flip back remain the same, right? And it's like you have to spend so much time and so many resources trying to flip him, and you can just get farmed. The game can just decide, hey, today's not your day to be allowed to have fun. But yeah, that's I hope you enjoyed the game. Again, I'm sorry for the sloppy play, and I hope I can do some more of these, and I'll see you next time.